This is WVET-TV. Stand by for a broadcast of the emergency alert system. A national emergency is in progress. Important instructions will follow. Stand by for a broadcast of the emergency alert system. A national emergency is in progress. Important instructions will follow.
Dad! Listen carefully.
This is an emergency warning message. All broadcast and cable systems will transmit this emergency warning message. This station has interrupted normal programming at the request of the White House to participate in the emergency alert system. During this emergency, most stations will remain on the air providing news and information to the public in assigned areas. This is WVET-TV. We will continue to serve the Rochester, New York area. If you are not in this local area, you should tune to stations providing news and information for your local area. Do not use your telephone. The telephone line should be kept open for emergency use. The emergency alert system has been activated. This is an emergency warning message. This warning has been authorized by the Vice President and the Federal Emergency Management Agency.
We need to evacuate.
An emergency situation is in progress at the White House. The President has been declared insane. The President has been impeached. The President has used force to stop attempts to remove him from office. The citizen militia are believed to be protecting the President. The citizen militia have been involved in exchanges of gunfire within the White House. Casualty and injury information is currently unknown. The President has threatened to launch nuclear strikes. The President is in possession of the Presidential Emergency Satchel and the gold codes for nuclear missile launch.
They're launching nuclear strikes here in this area.
Strikes at any moment. Explosive devices have been identified in the following Washington, D.C. locations: DuPont Circle, Chinatown, and the National Mall. Police are currently en route to these locations. Report any suspicious package or unplanned luggage immediately. Stay indoors.
We need to evacuate now.
Windows, shelter in basements, bathrooms, or garages. Explosions of unknown magnitude could occur at any time. Seek shelter immediately and await further instructions. Citizen militia members have bombed the Lincoln Memorial Building. Casualty details are unknown. There is significant damage to the building and the statue of Lincoln. Fighting between members of the public and citizen militia has been reported. Police are en route to the location. Further explosions are possible. Evacuate the area immediately. If nearby, stay indoors, away from windows, until further advised. The President has left the White House. The First Lady has been rescued from the White House. The First Lady is being moved to a secure location. The First Lady is receiving medical treatment. The presidential state car is being accompanied by citizen militia vehicles. The President is considered armed and dangerous. Do not attempt to apprehend the President. Explosions have occurred at locations in Washington, D.C. Extensive damage has been reported. A small nuclear device has been detonated. Evacuate the areas of Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport, Washington National Cathedral, Langdon, and Arlington immediately. Follow directions given by police and law enforcement officials. Do not follow any instruction or direction given by the citizen militia group. The citizen militia is considered a security threat to the United States. Avoid contact with all members of the citizen militia. Do not approach members of the citizen militia. Law enforcement agencies will apprehend members of the citizen militia.
Resumes 21 minutes.
The Vice President is flying to Washington, D.C. on Air Force One. The Vice President will assume the presidency upon arrival. The Vice President is flying to Washington, D.C. on Air Force One. The Vice President will assume the presidency upon arrival. Attacks by armed groups have collapsed sections of the border wall. The Army is currently engaging these armed groups. An explosion has occurred at the Washington Monument. The public should evacuate the area immediately. An explosion has occurred outside the Capitol building. Explosions have occurred at Washington Airport. Evacuate these areas immediately. Damage and casualty details are unknown at this time. The presidential motorcade is moving in northeasterly direction from the city of Washington. Heavily armed vehicles have been identified in the motorcade. Do not approach the motorcade. Law enforcement agencies will intercept the motorcade. Be prepared for exchanges of gunfire. and explosions in the vicinity of the motorcade. Stay indoors. Drivers pull over to allow the motorcade to pass. Severe weather activity has increased in southeastern states. Tornadoes are currently in progress in Florida, Maryland, Mississippi, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Louisiana. Seek shelter immediately. Do not go outside. Stay away from windows. Missile launches are in progress from U.S. locations. The